Hello, welcome to a new video of Appelboom.com. My name is Joost Appelboom and I would like to tell something in this video about the interesting Venvstas carbon collection. As always, if this video helps you, leave us a like, and if you're interested in these beautiful writing instruments, visit our store in Laren or order them online in our web store at Appelboom.com. We will talk later about the box the pen comes in, the features of the pen, the filling mechanism. We will also give you some features and give you some specs and do a comparison. But first we start with the history of the pen and where the name comes from. In the 1st century before our era, the Roman architect Vitruvius wrote a treatise on architecture entitled The Architecture. A work that has been enormously influential, especially during the Renaissance, when it was rediscovered. In this treatise, he described the qualities a building should have, such as firmitas, a building has to be solid, vitilias, a building has to serve a purpose, and finally, Venvstas, a building has to be beautiful. And that is where the name of this Italian company comes from. Venvstas strives to follow the same Vitruvian principles to create timeless design. The pieces of Venvstas are crafted by hand with care and precision, designed and built to last. The Venvstas fountain pens come in a very interesting gift box, which is also made in Italy. The box is completely made out of black cardboard, which is always a good thing, since this material can be recycled. At the top of the box we find the brand name and the name Italy embossed in silver. When we remove the lid, there is some kind of carton flap protecting the writing instrument. But when we lift it up, there it is, the Venvstas carbon fountain pen, resting in the box and kept in place by some carton. Another noticeable part of the box is that there is an authentication hologram on it, so you're sure you have an original product. The Venvstas carbon collection exists out of 3 writing instruments and a beautiful pen case. 2 of the writing instruments are fountain pens, while the 3rd one is a unique and award-winning 2mm mechanical pencil. In this video we will mainly discuss the 2 fountain pens, but I wanted to show you this cool mechanical pencil. It takes 2mm leads, which is great because it won't break fast. Also, the pen case, it is worth mentioning. It can store a single writing instrument with a length up to 160 mm with a diameter of 12.5 mm. It is functional, sophisticated and the ultimate complement for storing and moving with style. There are 2 fountain pens, the Magna and the Carbon T, where the T stands for technique. Besides the filling mechanism, another difference is their size. The Carbon T has a smaller diameter of about 10 mm, while the Magna is its larger brother with a diameter of 12 mm. The carbon collection of Venvstas is carefully handcrafted in Italy by skilled artisans, an aspect that is not minor considering the complexity and inherent qualities of the linear carbon fiber. This material requires a mixture of technology, experience and qualified work to be manufactured. The only material to push the philosophy of the company towards timeless design, underlined by sophisticated aesthetics coupled with innovative construction methods, the writing instruments are created out of a solid bar of carbon fiber. The cap and barrel are made out of a linear carbon fiber tube to have it perfectly fit. The metal details, which are very limited on these writing instruments, are made of stainless steel and lead-free brass. The Venvstas writing instruments are cylinder formed with the flattened ends. To distinguish the cap and the barrel we have to look at the edges in the carbon. The pen basically exists out of 3 parts. A longer part and 2 smaller parts. The longer part is the barrel, the middle part is the part where the nib is put on, and the other smaller part, that's the cap. At the top of the cap there is a finial which has the double V symbol engraved on it. Noticeable is that the writing instrument do not have a clip. So never put the pen down on a desk where there is a risk that it may roll and fall down. I'm sure you will regret that. The end of the pen has a half cut out shape with a sort of button on it. With the Carbon T edition, the button has no function, but with the Magna the button is part of the filling mechanism, but more about that later on in the video. When we remove the friction fitted cap, we see that the inner part is made of metal and that there is no grip section, which means that we have to hold the pen at the carbon of the middle part. It also reveals the nib of the Venvstas fountain pen. The two fountain pens in the Venvstas carbon collection both use different nibs. The Carbon T edition features a number 5 size stainless steel nib, while the Magna comes standard with a larger number 6 size titanium nib. And also this fountain pen can be fitted with a 14 karat gold nib on special request. Both nibs are very minimalistic and sleek in design, as is the rest of the writing instrument. The only decoration is the engraved double V symbol on the nib, while there is no breather hole on the Carbon T edition. The nib white is mentioned on the side of the nib on the Magna and underneath the double V symbol on the Carbon T edition. The nibs are offered in fine, medium or broad. Besides the nibs, the fountain pen also uses a different filling mechanism. Where the Carbon T uses a standard international cartridge converter system, the Magna Carbon has a carbon fiber Venvstas power piston filler, which holds up to 2 milliliters of your favorite ink. Please note that the piston filler has no lock, so if one pushes it when filled, the ink will come out. It sounds pretty logical, but be careful with that. The Carbon T comes with its included piston converter. Because the pens are made of carbon, they're quite light. The Venvstas Carbon T weighs 13 grams, while the Magna is a little heavier with an overall weight of 24 grams. Here you see a lineup of some pens which have a comparable size. From left to right you see the Visconti Rembrandt, the Montegrappa Elmo, the Venvstas Magna Carbon, the Venvstas Carbon T, the Montblanc Classic, the Pelikan M600 and the Lamy 2000. Also uncapped you clearly see the differences between these pens. This was our overview of the Venvstas Carbon collection. If you're interested in this collection after watching the video, you're welcome to make your purchase in our web store. Let us know what you think of the Carbon collection and share your thoughts and special moments using a Venvstas in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.